everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This week, we've got a pair of teams who come in on different paths. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
Larry, the fans in teal and black are ready to lock down the bank as you get a look inside Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Jacksonville Jaguars. First down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah,
usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
On second down, Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. On third down, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's his 14th interception on the season, and that number 14 ties the NFL single-season record.
Held by Dick Night Train Lane. Was that 1952?
52, more than a half-century ago.
And he's with the Rams that season, and believe it or not, it was his rookie year.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Now Bortles toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. If the guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get pinned.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down. Throwing his Bortles on third down. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now Wilson down around his goal line. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. So they dump off the pass, get the completion, but couldn't get out of the end zone, partner.
You don't see that very often either, Brandon. A team backed up, trying to complete a pass, but to complete one that's so close to their own end zone that it turns into a safety, that's rare.
This is fielded inside the 5. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A gain of 3, second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. It's complete to Parker, left side. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So he runs it for 1 yard, then no gain. I don't know that you go back to that well here on third down.
Yeah, I don't know that you do as well, but if you want to get the ball to him, if you want him to have it, maybe you get him into space and throw it to him.
He's got the hook up to lead. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know your favorite.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs. just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
On second down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's 3rd and short.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
So it'll be first down here after the run. The first carry for C.J. Procise. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Bortles. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Going underneath for Gordon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Going to be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Still on his feet. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Not a lot of dance steps in that run. That's much more like being that bowling ball, just going down and scattering some pins, breaking through contact, breaking through tackles, and he knows how to finish a run.
Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Devontae Parker with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now Wilson on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there, and it's 3rd and 5.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect it. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
5 yards to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And now here's a carry heading left. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And quickly they get to the line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. Bears close, sneaking.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's good. It makes it 22-7 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. And credit the tackle to Cliff Averill.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this This one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
Tell me.
that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Second and 10 now. Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he's got Lockett. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Throwing again here, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Wilson now to throw on third down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
So many times you hear today's NFL.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Seven yards to go on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. In the slot on the right is Graham. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And the back goes into motion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He's going to let one go deep. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's second down. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come up in an offset eye. So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Melvin Gordon, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And to give this time to the tailback. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
Defense showing blitz. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Returnable for Lockett. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now Bortles. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do some.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. He's got time in the pocket. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Wilson on 2nd down. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Wilson on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jimmy Graham, his second touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Wilson going to throw for it. This will be caught at about the 6. And this play is going nowhere fast as he goes down. That one might need to go back to the drawing board as they fail on the 2-point try. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From midfield, here's Bortles. Time for a break. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Bortles going to look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Bortles going underneath for Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Bortles now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now Gordon on first down. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Tyler Lockett now with the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. This is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 19. And that'll be good for a Seattle first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On third down, Wilson fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game.
it.